So I've been given a challenge. This is Lori, Dr. G, coming to your senses. So, background sensory development, also 30 years in education and ed reform. I got to start coming out about what ed reform needs to look like, and it's not bureaucratic. It is ground up. It is parents who are being able to make choices that allow them to school in a way that makes sense to their kids. It is educators who are tired of doing things the way they are, being brave enough to pick things up and step it aside. For me, it's coming out and saying things like, homeschooling is probably a better option. Do you really need a 4-year degree? And pointing you to resources that aren't me, but are forward-thinking, out there people who are within the system, outside of the system, building a newer system, and we're all good. We're all headed towards, let's do what's right for our kids. And, there's a different level of comfort with doing what's right. I'm here for the ones who are ready to make the biggest leaps. There's some great models to follow, but some of them you really need to be able to tolerate other people's judgment, but what about, and that won't work because, and you know what? We all get to have our own perspective. I'm here to grab a hold of someone's hand who wants to make a leap, whatever that leap is. If that's going from regular school to homeschool, let's leap. If that's going from homeschool to enrolled in a charter school, let's leap. It matters what the comfort level of the student and the caretaker of that student have in mind. There's some things that I have refrained from talking about because they feel too controversial, but they're not. They're just people who have a different perspective, and different perspectives will build different models, and different models are meant to be accessed by different people at different times. So I have some favorites out there. I am a huge fan of adaptive technology for putting curriculum in front of kids. AI all the way. Let's teach them how to use it. There are families out there that are worried because their kid wants to leave college. What am I supposed to do? There are some really cool, quote, advisors out there who have ideas on how to lead, and they're providing it for free on platforms like TikTok and YouTube. They're providing the ideas. Part of going forward is trusting yourself and trusting you have the courage to do this. And I gotcha. One of the big leaps I'll be taking, in fact, today I initiated it, was to get a web page together, which doesn't sound like a big deal, but it feels like a big deal. And so be looking forward to that, and more posts from me on different social media platforms, about let's leap for you. My friends who have been in education for 30 years, who are now realizing that their nervous systems are shot and are learning how to self-regulate. My friends who are not buying into a token economy anymore and want to support behavior at the behavior level, which anytime a kid behaves, it is because their needs aren't being met or are being met. And what are those needs? And it's not obedience. that we need anymore. We need self-direction. I need self-direction. Let me put it that way. So if you're ready to take a leap, I'm your woman.